So what's the biggest screw up of your career? Tell us about that.
Biggest screw up of my career. Biggest, right? Whenever
It
somebody
could be
says
it could be number two also.
right, well,
One or two.
talk about number
I'll take
two.
number two as well.
We can talk about number two. When you talk about failures in career, what is a failure? Failure is a time that you set out to go do something.
No, I mean the time when you felt most ashamed and embarrassed.
I felt really embarrassed when I went to a trade show and I was super overweight. And I walked in, and I guess when I bent down or something, my pants ripped.
No way.
But I didn't know. My boxers, I had white boxer briefs. And so I'm walking around a trade show, and this obese guy with a ripped pants where you see
Seriously?
his boxer brief. Yeah.
And you had no idea?
No, I had no idea.
How could you have not felt it rip?
I was so fat, I had no idea.
Oh my god, that's crazy, bro.
And one of my employees, they hand me my jacket, and they're like, "Put it around you." I'm like, "What?" Put it around you. I'm like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I can see it all."
Wow.
I can see it all. So I put it around me, and I'm slowly walking by everyone. They're wondering why I have a jacket around my legs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went to Macy's and I bought. I was super embarrassed because I'm walking around Macy's.
Wow.
And I just feel the ear. Now, before I didn't feel any ear. Now suddenly, everywhere I feel like the air conditioner blowing on my leg. It was very annoying. It was very annoying. But I was super embarrassed, and I had many embarrassing moments like that. There was one time I got up in front of a crowd of people, and there were probably 500 people in the room, and I made a few jokes, and I was very witty and clever. I think I'm very overweight, very unaware, and I'm trying to have the crowd. And for whatever reason, from the stage, it sounded like nobody laughed and people were heckling me. That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
And so as soon as it finished, I darted out of the building and I went to CVS and I bought an entire pack of cigarettes and I just chain smoked one after another, after another, after another. I remember sitting on the ground thinking, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I should have never made jokes. I should never make jokes. And then I said, a few days later, they sent me the video of the event. And I looked, and everybody was on the floor laughing.
Wow.
On the floor. I was hilarious.
Wow.
And they were loving it. And they were clapping, and they were going crazy. And it was one of these stages where they have the thing going up to the sky like that, where there's like bleachers. And I just saw lights in my face, and I heard heckling, and it was all in my head. It was all in my head. I watched the video after. It was a lie. And I felt so terrible in that moment, and I solidified that I will never be a dumbass. Like, that was one of my worst days.
Wow.
Like that day became like one of the worst days that I've had. And again, it might not seem so dramatic, like I didn't lose a leg, or I didn't have my eye cut out or something. Like some people talk about things like that. It's just like me getting embarrassed.
Yeah, but I mean, I think a lot of people
Could
feel
relate.
embarrassment, fear embarrassment more than they fear their eye being cut out.